All right, I'm back. This is Scratch flying solo again. Dennis and I are on opposing sides of the country, and I'm on the western half, so I can stay up a little bit later in spite of being exhausted from doing a whole lot of boring work all day and not getting a lot of sleep last night. Uh, just doing stuff that I did not enjoy doing to come home so that I can do stuff that I do enjoy doing. What I enjoy doing is streaming low elo tournament content from AOE Leagues Season 9 Bracket Q. This is going to be a player showcase for Bulcarian. Unfortunately, there are a few players in this bracket. I think it's to be expected at this Elo that we can't get content for. Them is Violet Anita. All of her games are out of date. I do not have the proficiency to roll back the update to be able to watch them. They're about a month old. So we got to skip them. We're going over to Bulcarian, whom I believe is an American player. I do not have the energy to set this up because of aforementioned exhaustion. Um, I'm going to knock it out, see what we can do. All I know about that is about 30 minutes. I don't know anything past that. Go ahead and load it up. We're in. This will probably be the 3 millionth time that I've mentioned this, but you know, the reason we're here is we like the Elo tournaments. We like the content that we weren't seeing. I got to give these players names. So Bulgarian is what's the name of the opponents? Oh, okay. I did it wrong. I don't know how to do this. I'm a clear professional. Okay. Yeah. Good. Okay. Hey, there we go. Okay. So anyway, um, yeah, we want to watch low elo tournament content. I logged into Twitch one day and I saw literally wall to wall 32 streams, every single person watching the exact same Warlords game. It was a good game, but yeah, I don't think it deserved necessarily that much coverage from that many different sources when there is so many other games going on, so many other tournaments that aren't getting any coverage at all. Am I saying this is better than NEC5? No. Am I saying you shouldn't be watching NEC5? No. Go watch NEC5. I've heard that Doubt is going crazy right now. But I can't say that I'm not here because of Team 90. It's absolutely true. I love T90. I watch Hidden Cup 5 like a lot of you, or Hidden Cup 4, I think. And that's why I'm here. It was so entertaining. I loved every moment of it. But I loved doing my Lone Wolf tournament. It was so much fun. I learned so much just about strategy and chess and everything. And to to go to that and then kind of have a bit of a lull with the holidays and whatnot. Dennis and I got talking. I was like, we should do this. Someone should be watching tournaments, and we want to try and cover these tournaments, not just watch them, not just pass them, not just watch the games, but try and cover them, get an idea for the play. And so this is how we meet Bulcarian, whose name is I'm a Bulcarian, the teams. I'm not sure what that means. Could be a reference. Getting a little long in the tooth. Maybe I don't know what that means. But here we have Bulcarian. I am for the sake, or no, we have Mulhay. Ooh, do I have this mixed up? Who's okay? Hindustan. Okay, for the wrong player. Here we have Bulcarian, not the green one. I'm going to switch this. There we go. So there we go. So now we have. Why aren't my player names? Bulgarian's rating at the time of this recording was 821. So he's a couple elo below me. I think I'm 906 right now, barely. Every time I keep poking my head into the 900s, I get smacked right down at the eights. That's how the elo works. Here we are on Arabia. We are luring deer, which is more than I can ever manage to do with my scout. I do not have the patience for deer. I hear that after the pathing's been updated, maybe it's a little bit better. But I do not have the patience for deer. Pretty good so far. I wonder if Bulcarian is going to be going fast castle. As a result of that. Red has an idle scout. Okay. He's getting on the mill. Blue lured a couple deer and is now scouting. Okay, good job, Bulgarian. Who's this? The Ethiopians? So the Ethiopians I'm quite familiar with. They get bonus gold whenever they jump, and they have faster archers, which, from what I understand, according to the professionals, is not as amazing a bonus as it looks on paper. Their archers fire faster. I think the idea is that the animation cycles more quickly. So literally a faster rounds per second of their archers, which means it can be incredibly dangerous if they're allowed to get a large number of them. But I think that a lot of people maybe see that bonus and think, oh, they're the best archer civ, and I think that's debatable. Because a civ is a lot more than just the one perk or even just the one unique unit; it's the whole card. Unfortunately, I don't know much about the Hindustanis. I don't believe. I think I just got that DLC. I don't think I've played it. Skip. Just did the ring around the base. Okay. Is that another deer? Is he gonna try and push it? It's a long push. Oh, he is. Oh, wow. Bulcarian, I will say one thing. You are a man of patience, or at least so far. You're a man of patience. Wow, and you're correcting that too. That's really good. Wow. Oh, went to go idle something. And with pretty low idle time, we've got 27 seconds on the TC. 1 minute in overall villager idle time. Oh, but this scout could be trouble. Nope, not paying attention. And blue has clicked up as a result of those deer lures. Are we going to switch from... Okay. Not the best deer lure, but if it was me, it would have already been in red space by now. So, got a barracks coming up for red. Not sure I understand that. And a very early wall. I think so. Okay, this could be a thought process of red. Is that I know my opponent's learning deer because I just watched him do it. He's probably already clicked feudal by now because maybe you can see the score. And I need to wall up because the scouts are coming. That could be a good line of logic. I don't hate it. I think this gold is a little close to the wall. I'd like that wall to go one more tile forward just to be absolutely sure. Red has finally clicked feudal themselves, and they've just got the message that maybe their fears are correct. I'm curious if we're going to see these walls continue. Archery range is the play, which Red does not know about. He scouted the deer pull. He did not scout the archery range. And blue is going to wall up as well. He sees Red's wall up and is thinking maybe this player is going to try and do a bit of a rush themselves. I know personally I'm a really big fan of the Ethiopian archer rush. I can tell this story because Dennis is not here to defend himself, but Dennis has unfortunately been on the receiving side of my Ethiopian archer rush. And it did not go well for him. They're fun. Full wall up for red, slowly but surely. Got a skirmisher. Okay, I wasn't actually prepared for that. Was that a misclick? We're not even on gold. Okay, now we're on gold. Bit of an awkward transition in Feudal Age. This is actually the part of the game that I struggle with the most, is the transition point between ages. Now we're kind of struggling for wood because we built an archery range and a barracks, or an archery range and a blacksmith very early. So we don't have enough wood to be producing from that archery range, nor do we have enough wood to be producing farms at the same time. I think this barracks could have waited a little bit until our lumberjacks caught up. Very awkward walling from blue. I'm not sure if he sees this wood line. Yeah, no, he doesn't. Scout standoff. Very passive game so far, but we did just get into feudal age for a red player. Red is also thinking of blacksmith. Red has scouted forward, but does not see this range. Doesn't actually see anything other than the TC he always wandered through. We're getting gold mining quite early. I don't know if that's correct. I'm pretty sure you're supposed to get that in feudal age, but I could be wrong. I think I've said that earlier today. Got a lot of military coming from blue compared to red, but not much going. Got a lot of spears, some preemptive spears, and an idle archery range. Are we halves? Not yet. Lots of units on gold. You'd think we'd be throwing archers out. Let's see. Oh, we got one. Okay. You're gonna make a castle, and quickly, I might add. Going forward. Small. A second archery range from red, but you haven't really used the first one. It's very interesting. Can't be counter units, because, like, I guess blue does have archers. It's just interesting that... Okay, he's abandoning that archery range, I think. Okay, now this is one thing, blue. The reason your scout's moving so slow is because he's grouped with your archers. You see how the second you gave them multiple orders, that scout moved a little bit faster. Very easy to get in the habit of doing a box selection of all of your units, but it hampers your maneuverability with the scout and hampers the reason the scout is there. If blue takes this building, that is going to be a very expensive loss for red in terms of wood, but not the worst. I think I would prefer further engagement before red's allowed to fully wall up. Oh, no, he already has. Oh. Ooh. Is that a gap? I feel like that's a gap. That's definitely a gap. Wonder if that becomes relevant. Okay, we've got some skirmishers to combat the skirmishers, but blue's on his way up to castle age. This is not looking good for red. I'm noticing that blue has abandoned walling, which I think in this position I'm okay with. Maybe have a single villager finish the job up to this wood line to push you further to the center, and then down across past this scout and down at the edge of the map. Just maybe one villager, not a priority. Let's focus on military, which we're doing right. Okay, did he... I don't think he got that. I think red deleted it. We're retreating with the skirmishers. They've got the hill. Get an elite skirmisher very quickly for blue, which is very good for the unit he has. These skirmishers are no joke. We got skirmishers with fletching versus skirmishers without fletching, and they're out, and they have archers to deal with as well. That wood line is in danger. He's building a tower. Good eye. Blue does not see this. Oh, blue does see this. Blue does not see that. See a lot of players put their blacksmith on the front line. That bothers me quite a lot. I'm not so sure I understand the second archery range, Red. You did it earlier, you deleted it, you're moving it. You're not using the first one. Also, he has crossbowmen. Good early aggression from our showcase player. We've got some market. We're thinking about going up to, or maybe get buying up town. No, we've already got casting. So I guess maybe just in case it goes a little bit longer, in case we want to eco balance, we're pushing that wood line, avoiding the tower. This is going to be a castle drop moment, I'm pretty sure. Right there on that stone, maybe. Yep, there it is. There's one way to deal with a walled player. I like the preemptive power on gold, but I think that blue's soon going to discover that that is not a... that's not going to do it. Oh, please tell me there's not. Oh, no, there's a tree right there. Yeah. Blue hasn't reached this castle yet. They're coming. So far, I like Blue. He had a plan. He executed. I'm not sure I really understand the composition of, I would say, 2-to-1 skirmishers to archers against Ethiopians, but perhaps that was perhaps that was just preemptive. He knows the archers for Ethiopians are better, so he mainlined skirms instead of archers. I can see that. But good early aggression, but also steady, not overindulgent. Taking an engagement, pushing forward, pushing that pressure. Got 9 villagers, soon to be 12 coming to this castle, so I'm guessing there's going to be a siege workshop or a stable coming in right behind us. Maybe another archery rank. I feel like at this point, Blue, I would consider we're going to do Shotels. Jump onto that mining camp, call it done. Oh, meanwhile, I should check stuff. This is... I'm sorry, what? Okay. Oh, there is a lumber camp there. Okay, Red is evacuating his base, but he's also been raiding Blue. I've been distracted myself. I have horrible tunnel vision all of a sudden. Red has gotten 8 villager kills while Blue is not paying attention. He is focused on this castle and his economy is dying. Got a siege workshop coming in. If you're going to commit, Blue, you've got to commit now. Gulams, not Shotels. That's Shotels the other. Shotels Ethiopians, I think. Been a minute. Okay. What does our blue player do? Does he fall back and defend his position? He is starting to notice his villagers are in danger. Do we build a tower under the TC? Just hide in. Okay. Not upset about it. We've got Gulam coming to help the... Maybe we'll call these Gulam back and have them clean up these archers. I'm pretty sure they have pierce armor. And they're quite fast, if I recall. Got crossbowmen coming in and some eco upgrade. For red. Blue. Blue does not have horse collar. He is content. This is an all-in player. We have stopped our TC. We are idle through the roof. He is all in on this attack. He does not care about home. That town center is going to be enough to just take out those farms and eventually that TC. And he's back on stone, probably for another castle drop. But Blue does not seem to know about that expansion from Red. And meanwhile, his base at home is struggling. He's got the Gulam on their way back with skirmishers to help maybe. I think this middle area was a distraction for Blue. I think he needed to commit a little bit harder and a little bit faster. Now, Blue, there's nothing saying you cannot retreat these villages. You can absolutely move them out. Perhaps to build another military building if you had the wood, but unfortunately you've lost a lot of your eco. 13 eco kills uncontested is really... I think perhaps Blue's idea is to mine some stone at home and then drop a castle on top of his own PC. That's my thinking. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He has 11 villagers. That could potentially get a castle up, especially if these Gulam do show up. Here we go. The reinforcements are here to save the day. Oh, the pressure did get to Blue. So that's a loss for Blue. for our showcase player Bulcarian. I I actually don't think that was a loss for Bulcarian. Um, this was definitely a case of tunnel vision, and I speak from experience. I'm quite bored with it. This castle drop was great. I don't know if the tower helped. These villagers should not have stayed in this town center. These guys needed to back up, maybe come north, try and just hold this position, try and just get out of that TC. That's all they need, because right now they're standing in the TC. It took a little while for that military to get back to them. We've got wood for another military building. If we could have come up and used our market, maybe sell some stone, of which we had quite a lot, to excuse me, to continue to defend, maybe even drop a tower on our own TC or a castle if we could have afforded it. I think we could have weathered the storm. And I think that these units needed to be recalled much more soon. I think that this castle was fine. I don't think the siege workshop came into play. I know I mentioned earlier, but I do think it was an overcommitment. And I think it ultimately was what led to this counterattack being so successful. The expansion from red was very well done. It was done early and it was committed to. There was not a lot of hesitation there. And because blue didn't scout it, blue got spooked because blue thought that he was in a good position, he was winning, and then the units just kept on coming. Well, I can't even say the units just kept on coming. It's more so that the units weren't actually responded to. I think this middle section, which is admittedly very strange to me, I think it was a distraction and got blue off kilter enough to win. Other than that, my only notes is we've got a good solid wall up. We've got pretty good pressure, but more so we have the thoughts of a second step after the first step is started. And we really like this. I think that we need to work a little bit on the tunnel vision, which again is completely normal. I struggle with it all the time. It's very easy to get wrapped up into your head and think, I'm winning, and you might not be. Always take a moment, grab a unit, look around. Even if they send it into their death, if they die, you know that your opponent's there. Or alternatively, build a stable. Throw a scout out every now and then. See what's going on. I do think this was winnable from Bulcarian. I do think that we just needed to react a little more quickly. Do not, unfortunately, have time for a second game. I will see if I can do another one later for Bulcarian. If I can, I will try and lace it together. But ultimately, I look forward to seeing this player play Bulcarian's whole map is arenas. So obviously, I'm an Arabia player. Dennis is an arena player. I don't do well on arena, and Dennis does acceptably in Arabia. Perhaps this is just not Bulcarian's vibe. Maybe he just doesn't really do this map too much. He clearly knows what to do, so I don't want to admonish him for that, or her, sorry, or admonish them for that. However, I think this was one of the rare instances where we were doing really good, our pressure was consistent, and then we started to overcommit to this. Always keep an eye on your base. Always don't watch your fights. Even if you're putting up a castle, I know it's super stressful. Check back on your villagers. They're going to continue working and they're going to continue dying if you don't do anything to help them. Other than that, I think this is ultimately a pretty good player, and I hope to see them play. And I hope to see them do well in bracket Q. And again, this is Scratch flying solo with AOE Leagues Season 9 bracket Q. Have a good night.